The confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 3,512, with 9 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 24 additional cases were reported with no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Leslie Robbins. It's Monday, December 20th. COVID-19 cases are rising at an alarming rate as LA County reaches the highest number of new daily cases in nearly 4 months. LA County public health officials reported more than 3,300 new cases on Friday, a figure not seen since late August. The county also reported 27 additional deaths from the coronavirus and more than 770 hospitalizations, a number that hasn't been reached since early October. Health officials are worried that the surge could potentially strain healthcare systems once again. More than 3,500 COVID-19 patients filled hospitals across California on Friday, an increase of about 12% from 2 weeks before. Hospitals in some Southern California counties saw much bigger jumps during the same period, 31% in LA County and 26% in Riverside County. Americans should prepare for a tough few weeks to months ahead as the Omicron variant spreads rapidly around the world. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert, says the U.S. is likely in for a hard winter because the Omicron variant is expected to take over. He urges Americans to get vaccinated, boosted, and wear a mask, especially in indoor settings where people gather. According to the World Health Organization, Omicron cases are doubling every 1.5 to 3 days with documented spread. Dr. Fauci says the new variant is expected to become the dominant strain here in the U.S. in the coming weeks. Medical analyst Jonathan Reiner says the Omicron variant is as contagious as the measles, and that's about the most contagious virus that they have seen. He warns there is a tsunami coming for unvaccinated Americans. Retiring director at the National Institutes of Health, Dr. Francis Collins echoes similar concerns and warns that the U.S. can have 1 million cases a day if people are not attentive to all the mitigation strategies. Moderna says its COVID-19 booster shot offers protection against the Omicron variant. Preliminary data from lab testing found that the extra dose increased antibody levels to neutralize the virus. It also found that a double dose of the booster provided a much greater increase in those levels. The drug company says its 50 microgram booster increased antibody levels against Omicron 37-fold compared to pre-booster shot levels. Meanwhile, the 100 microgram booster dose gave a 83-fold increase in neutralizing antibody levels. Company officials also shared that they will continue working to develop an Omicron-specific booster, which should advance into clinical trials in early 2022. Now, this news comes nearly 2 weeks after Pfizer's COVID-19 booster shot was found to provide strong protection as well against the Omicron variant. Breakthrough COVID-19 infections could lead to superimmunity. Researchers at Oregon Health and Science University say breakthrough infections greatly enhance immune response to variants of the virus that cause COVID-19. They published their lab results in the Journal of the American Medical Association. The study is the first to use live SARS-CoV-2 variants to measure cross-neutralization of blood serum from breakthrough cases. Researchers found that antibodies in the blood of a vaccinated person who experienced a breakthrough case could be 1,000% more effective than those found in some fully vaccinated individuals who did not get infected. The study examined blood samples from 26 people, all university employees who were fully vaccinated. Study co-author Dr. Marcel Kurland says the results may indicate an eventual end game for the pandemic. He says, quote, "It doesn't mean we're at the end of the pandemic, but it points to where we're likely to land once you're vaccinated and then exposed to the virus. You're probably going to be reasonably well protected from future variants." Many events in the Los Angeles area are being canceled or postponed once again as LA County deals with the latest coronavirus surge. The NBA postponed 5 games on Sunday, affecting 9 teams in response to rising coronavirus numbers. Lakers coach Frank Vogel entered COVID protocol. The NFL rescheduled at least 3 games because many players were testing positive. This includes the Rams-Seahawks game, which was set for Sunday at SoFi Stadium, but will now take place on Tuesday. Almost 30 Rams players are going through COVID protocols. UCLA's men's basketball game against Cal Poly, which was scheduled for December 22nd, has been canceled due to COVID-19 developments with the Bruins program. All of the campus's team-related activities are currently paused. And performances of A Christmas Carol at the Omicron Theater in downtown LA through December 26 have been canceled after additional breakthrough cases were detected within the company. 4 in 10 COVID-19 patients don't have any symptoms and are asymptomatic carriers of the virus that has killed more than 800,000 people in the U.S. so far. Researchers from China came to this conclusion after looking at a review of 95 studies around the world, consisting of almost 30 million people. They found the silent cases of COVID-19 are twice as prevalent as previously estimated. The results showed 40.5% of confirmed cases of the illness are among people who show no symptoms at all. Rates rose among certain groups, including pregnant women at 54%, air and cruise travelers at 53%, and care home residents or staff at 48%. The study was published in JAMA Network Open, a medical journal published by the American Medical Association. Corresponding author Professor Min Liu of Peking University wrote that the high percentage of asymptomatic infections highlights the potential transmission risk of asymptomatic infections in communities. She also says they found about 1/3 of healthcare and hospitalized patients with COVID-19 were asymptomatic, and adds that surveillance of asymptomatic individuals is important for infection control and transmission reduction, in addition to following safety protocols such as hand washing and wearing personal protective equipment for everyone in hospital settings. A Royal Caribbean cruise docked at Port Miami over the weekend after almost 50 people on board tested positive for COVID-19. The cruise line confirmed that 48 people on its Symphony of the Seas cruise tested positive for the coronavirus, and 98% of them were fully vaccinated. The cases were identified as a result of contact tracing after a guest tested positive. Royal Caribbean officials say each person quickly went into quarantine, and everyone who tested positive was asymptomatic or had mild symptoms. The company is continuously monitoring their health. 95% of the more than 6,000 guests and crew members aboard the ship were fully vaccinated. Airports across the U.S. are getting ready for a very busy week. The LAX airport had expected about 200,000 travelers yesterday. It's expecting 3.5 million travelers between December 17th and January 3rd. This Thursday is expected to be the busiest travel day before Christmas, and airport officials warn people to arrive early. The Automobile Club of Southern California anticipates travel to return to pre-pandemic levels this holiday season. It previously said this time of the year will be the 3rd busiest on record for Southern California. LAX officials tweeted that Friday was their busiest day since early 2020. They expect that trend to continue with more than 200,000 passengers the day after Christmas and on the second day of the new year. The Automobile Club says a total of almost 8.8 million Southern Californians are expected to travel for the holidays. A public health alert has been announced for a wonton soup due to undeclared allergens and misbranding. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food and Safety Inspection Service says 10.75-ounce containers of Trader Ming's chicken and vegetable wonton soup may contain shrimp and pork, both of which are not declared on the product label. A recall was not requested because it is believed that the products are no longer available for purchase, but the FSIS warns Americans to check their freezers and toss them out or return them to the place of purchase. These products were produced by Fortune Avenue Foods on November 18th of 2021 and redistributed to retail locations nationwide. Fortunately, there have been no confirmed reports of adverse reactions. About 1,300 gallons of gasoline spilled into the Alhambra Wash on Sunday, creating strong odors and disturbing residents in the area. Officials urged residents to stay indoors with all windows closed. They say the spill came from an SUV that accidentally backed into a gas station pump in Pasadena on Sunday afternoon. That hit, combined with an apparent malfunction of the shutoff mechanism, led to the massive amount of gasoline spilling out of the gas station into a storm drain and eventually into the Alhambra Wash. A San Marino resident described the odor as if he was smelling gas out of a gas can. Initial reports from police said they were expecting the odor to last about 6 hours. Today, the city of Alhambra tweeted this picture saying LA County Hazmat and a private contractor were continuing to clean up until 2 p.m. With 5 days until the Christmas holiday, Torrance Citi CABLE's Rhiannon Trutanich and her dog Popeye are helping to count down with 12 days of Dogmas. Here are the latest tips on how to share this holiday with your Santa Paws.
It is the 8th day of Dogmas, and before we share our idea for today, you know what we have to do. We have to open up door number 8 on Popeye's 12 Days of Christmas toy calendar. How cute is this? Look, Popeye, it is a little squeaky bone, super, super cute, festive colors. So today's idea is a really sweet one. It is about giving back. And Popeye and I love treat bags for the dogs at the shelter. It's really sweet to do during the holiday season. So we encourage you to donate to your local animal rescue or dog shelter during this time of year. You can donate blankets, unopened dog food, unopened treats, toys, just so many things. And it's a really, really great thing to do. And I don't know, it's just fun for the season and it's really nice. And there's so many wonderful pets out there. So Popeye, what do you say? We're gonna do it again this year? So be sure to check back tomorrow for another 12 Days of Dogmas idea.
You can catch all of the episodes on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/Torrance Citi CABLE. Well, before we go at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community, pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. Torrance Memorial needs blood donations, and you can help now. Hospital officials say they are in critical need due to a severe nationwide blood shortage. There has been a recent surge in transfusion cases and elective surgeries, and due to the holidays, not enough blood donations. They anticipate this to be an ongoing issue through the winter months and ask local residents to roll up their sleeves and donate blood immediately as part of their Save a Life, Give Blood holiday blood drive campaign. Those donating blood this month will receive a limited edition holiday t-shirt. They say the gift of blood can only come from another human being, and there are no substitutes. You can call 310-517-4647 to make an appointment. What a crucial way to help our neighbors. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We would love to hear from you. Well, that is our update for COVID-19 today. We will see you back here tomorrow as Rhianna Chutanich brings you the latest. Please be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time.